hello. We hope you're having a fantastic day in your neck of the woods. And today is Elden Ring DLC launch day. The Elden Ring fanboys have been anticipating this day for 2 years. $40 DLC, 10 bosses. Just could never be me. We're not going to be covering Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC because, quite frankly, it's nothing but shit on the bottom of my shoe. The base game was terrible 2 years ago. The DLC isn't going to change that. So we will not be covering, unlike all of the other fake gamers, Elden Ring DLC because the game is trash. So instead, we're going to bitch, whine, and complain like all of the other fake gamers do about their most anticipated games. The Elden Ring DLC is coming soon. I don't believe it is yet available, okay? So we are having this discussion before the DLC is available. But with that said, I am not personally going to be covering this game, and there's a few reasons on why that is. First of all, folks at home, nowhere on the Steam page store or the Xbox store or the PlayStation store does it tell you that you need to be at a certain point in the game in order to play it. Doesn't tell you that before you buy it. Nowhere on the page on any of the stores does it tell you that you need to get to a certain point within the game in order to play the DLC that you just bought. I think that's a load of bullshit, to be quite frank. The only thing that it says, and we can pull it up live in real time, the only thing that it says is that you need the base game in order to play Elden Ring DLC. Doesn't say that you have to get basically halfway through the game, if not further, to play the game. Oh, but that's common knowledge, Michael. It's not for new fans of the franchise. It's not for new fans that just jumped into Elden Ring 2 years ago. They want to get into the hype, they want to get into the system, and they want to play the brand new DLC. Well, you might not be able to because nowhere on the Steam page store, nowhere on the Xbox store, nowhere on the PlayStation store does it tell you that you need to get to a certain point in order to play the game. It's ridiculous, it's disgusting, and these From Software fans love it because, well, Michael, that's always how it is there, buddy. You need to get with the times, and better yet, you need to get good. That's what they love telling me. The game is trash. It was trash 2 years ago. We tried telling you that Miyazaki fumbled the football. There is more innovation in Madden. Okay? Let's just break this down in a way that makes sense. There is literally more innovation in Madden than there is in Elden Ring and these terrible From Software games. But the normies love lining up to that buffet to do one thing and one thing only, and that is consume. And speaking of consume, let's get a one in the chat before we get started, okay, folks? One in the chat before we get started, because we are about to consume something that's going to knock your socks off, and in hopefully a way that makes sense. We got Lewis coming through, popping the cherry. That's what we love to see, but it should pop up on the screen. If it doesn't, we just manually read it out there for you, bud. Lewis coming through with the 10. That's what we're talking about. But speaking of consumption, since these Elden Ring fanboys want to consume, we have something to consume here today, and I think you're going to love it right here.
Lewis super chatted £9.99. Oh, buddy.
That's what we're talking about. Lewis coming through and popping the cherry and doing so in a way that makes sense. Let's get some dubs in the chat for Lewis. Lewis is coming through, plowing through the sludge with a $10 super chat. That's what we love to see. But we are going to consume because the Elden Ring fanboys are going to consume today, and I am as well, I'll tell you that. But we're not going to be playing Elden Ring, okay? I'm not covering the DLC. For the reasons that I just mentioned, okay, first of all, it doesn't tell you before you buy the DLC that you need to get to a certain point within the game in order to play the DLC that you might purchase without knowing, which is bullshit. Nonetheless, we're going to be consuming this right here, Doritos Mango, okay? We need you guys to lock in a way that makes sense. Doritos Mango Spice, okay? Doritos Mango Spice. Elden Ring DLC is here, and that's the reality of the situation. We also have the Mountain Dew Baja Blast. It's hot out here, folks, about 90 degrees if I had to guess. It is hot, it is humid, and I don't know if the technology can handle itself, but nonetheless, so far it is working. So we have the Doritos Mango Spice right here, the 20th Baja Mango Spice Doritos, and we also have the drink to go with it. It is, of course, warm. The DLC drops today, Elden Ring Erdtree DLC, and it's going to be terrible. But the normies have already shielded it to the moon and back because they were like, oh, my God, Michael, what you talking about there, buddy? Hell, you ain't nothing but a clown. $40 DLC with 10 bosses really just could never be me, okay? The From Software fanboys are down really bad, and they love that dodge attack slop. That's what they do day in and day out. Dodge attack, Michael. I'm in a parry position, Michael, and I'm going to beat this boss. I mean, that's what they love doing day in and day out. The game was trash in 2022.
James Figueroa has super chatted $10.
That's what we're talking about. James coming through. James Figueroa is in the building and coming through in a way that makes sense with a $10 super chat. That's what we love to see. James Figueroa is in the building, continuing it up as Lewis is dropping the paint, dropping he's doing something, and he's doing it well. Lewis is coming through with the 10, popping the cherry in a way that makes sense. And we also have James Figueroa coming through. We're going to be consuming these chips right here as the Elden Ring fanboys are going to be consuming that DLC later today, as I don't believe it is available yet. We can look at the global release times here for the Elden Ring DLC right there. That is when it is launching in your neck of the woods. And I'm going to tell you what, we are not buying it. We are not playing it because the game is trash, okay? The fact that you have to get to a certain point within the game, and I didn't know this until these losers came into my chat and told me that you had to go to a certain point, you had to beat a certain boss, you had to basically beat the game in order to play the DLC. Name one other game that does that. When you buy a DLC for The Witcher 3, you can jump right in and you can play what you purchased. This is bullshit, okay? Because, again, nowhere on the Steam page, nowhere on the Xbox page, nowhere on the PlayStation page does it tell you that you need to get to a certain point within the game in order to play it. Now, you could argue it's common sense, okay? You could argue it's common sense. But I just don't believe that because this is a brand new it's a brand new era for From Software, okay? It's a brand new era for From Software. And there's a lot of new players that haven't played the previous titles, that don't know how the DLC works. And I didn't know how the DLC worked. You think I bought DLC for Dark Souls 3? Absolutely not, okay? So the reality of the situation is very clear, okay? They don't tell you that you need to be to a certain point within the game in order to access the DLC that you purchase. So there's going to be a lot of refunds. Okay, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be upset because they're new to the From Software ecosystem. They're new to how that game works. And as such, that's how the cookie ultimately crumbles. So I think it's ridiculous that they're asking for $40 for 10 bosses. This is, if any other company did this, and not only that, there's a $200, $250 collector's edition statue for all these virgin basement dwellers. They sit in their basement, and that's all they do. They fantasize about these fantasy games. The fantasy genre is really cancerous to this industry. I would argue that Call of Duty is more healthy to this industry than these fantasy games. They keep making these fantasy games over and over and over again. They regurgitate the same old slop. It's very sad, that I can tell you. So we're going to start the consumption right now, and we're going to be trying out these. We've already tried them out, but we're going to go for a second round here. The Doritos Mango Spice, okay? Has anyone in the chat tried these? What are they called? The official name, Baja Fiery Mango. Doritos Baja Fiery Mango. Doritos Baja Fiery Mango. That's what's going on here. So we're going to consume Doritos Baja Fiery Mango. Tastes like mango, and then they got the spice added as well. Doritos Fiery Mango. We're going to consume here. It is the Elden Ring DLC launch day, and we are not covering it. If you're just tuning in, we are not covering the Elden Ring DLC because, first of all, I can't. Second of all, I don't want to. The game isn't fun. It's a torture simulator. How people like these games is just truly beyond me. I'd rather give my money to EA next month with NCAA College Football 25. So with that said, we're going to be consuming these here. Let's get a dub in the chat right now. And let me know if you guys have tried these out. The Fiery Mango. Doritos Fiery Mango Baja Edition. And we also have the Baja Blast right here to wash it down. So it is a Baja celebration right here. Doritos Fiery Mango. That's what we're talking about. Doritos Fiery Mango. So we're going to go ahead and consume, and we're going to give you the rating right now. We're going to give you the reality of the situation. Here we go. Doritos Fiery Mango. Oh, man. Oh. Oh, man. Doritos Fiery Mango. We're going to give these right here, the Doritos Baja Fiery Mango. The Doritos Baja Fiery Mango. Let's eat a few more, and then we're going to give you the verdict. Doritos Fiery Mango. I mean, you really got to like the mango flavor, the mango punch when you first put it in your mouth. And then it turns into spice, which isn't too bad. But that initial punch of mango is going to be probably off-putting, or maybe you'll love it, depending on where you stand. Baja Fiery Mango. We're going to give this a... I mean, I'm starving right now, so anything will do, but I'll tell you this. These are interesting to say the least. If you don't like mango, you're probably not going to like them. If you love mango, you're going to love them. Okay? I think that's going to be the off-putting factor here. And we're going to go 6 out of 10 on these. If you can get past the mango flavor, the spice ain't too bad. I'm going to say 6 out of 10. Very interesting, but certainly not for everyone. We're going 6 out of 10 on that. Interesting, especially as a one-time try. But with that said, I mean, I really don't think that, well, there's better options and better flavors out there from Doritos especially. So, Doritos Fiery Baja Mango, 6 out of 10. You really got to like the mango, okay? You really got to like the mango. Let's get this chat woken up here. We're going to turn on the AI. And we're going to see what the AI has to say here. We're going to turn on the AI, And we're going to see what the AI has to say here. Hey there, how are you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day in your neck of the woods. Can you tell me why I should be interested in the Elden Ring DLC, which I believe releases today?
Hello. I'm here to assist you, and it's great to hear from you. You should have a fantastic day because it's an opportunity to explore new technologies, enjoy your favorite movies, or dive into the immersive world of video games like Elden Ring. Plus, every day is a chance to learn something new or to create memorable experiences. If there's anything specific you'd like to know or discuss, feel free to ask.
5 reasons on why the Elden Ring DLC is worth a buy.
The Elden Ring DLC, Shadow of the Erdtree, has been making waves in the gaming community, and here are 5 compelling reasons why it's worth considering. Highly rated content. The DLC has been rated as one of the best, with some outlets giving it a perfect score, indicating that it's a high-quality expansion to the original game. Expansive new map. Players can explore a gigantic open-world map dense with secrets, offering a fresh and original design that's less formulaic than the base game. Enhanced gameplay. With 100 new weapons, balance changes, quality of life improvements, and challenging boss battles, the gameplay experience is significantly enriched. Visual and artistic excellence. The DLC boasts incredible art direction and visual presentation, enhancing the overall aesthetic experience. Narrative and character development. There's a character-driven narrative with a cast of likable characters, providing a more immersive and engaging story. These aspects combine to make the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC not just an extension of Elden Ring, but an essential experience that builds upon and refines the original game.
Riveting information there. Very fantastic. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm glad you found the information helpful. If you have any more questions or need further assistance, feel free to reach out. Enjoy your adventures in the lands between.
I certainly will. How about you? Are you going to play the Elden Ring DLC?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, Dale. However, as an AI, I don't play games. If you have any other questions or need assistance with something else, feel free to ask.
Write a quick rap song about the Elden Ring DLC. Oh, it turned it off. What a piece of shit. It might be time to move to a new topic? Oh, fuck. It literally cut it off. That really just could never be me. Let's go ahead and get a 1 in the chat. Take the link and share the link around. Let's get some new eyeballs on the show here in a way that makes sense, so we can get people in here that can actually communicate in a way that makes sense. I have fresh perspectives, unlike these Elden Ring fanboys that just want to play the same old slop. It just really could never be me, quite frankly. So 1 in the chat, otherwise we're going to wrap it up here. If you guys can't communicate, I'm not going to sit out here much longer. It's hot out here. Giving you a great show today, but quite frankly, we don't have the audience for it. So one day we will, but right now we don't. That I can tell you. Let's go ahead and get a 1 in the chat, folks. Let's go ahead and get a 1 in the chat. Let's go ahead and get a 1 in the chat, folks. Get it moving. Let's go ahead and get a 1 in the chat, folks. We are going to be opening up the lines today if it works. So I don't think you guys deserve that, but we will try it out. We're going to be opening up the lines here today. Go ahead and spam 1 in the chat. Get it moving. Encourage other people to talk. Lewis coming through, Papa the Cherry, and who else came through? Can't remember. Sorry. Just being honest. We got Lewis with the 10, and someone else came through with the 10 as well. We do appreciate that. But that was earlier on in the broadcast here. So with that said, let's go ahead and open up the lines. And in hopefully a way that makes sense. The number is on the screen, 818-284-6188. 818-284-6188. The number is on the screen if everything is working. So you can go ahead and call in, 818-284-6188. Number is on the screen, and we'll wait for your call. Eight 284-6188. Number is on the screen. I guess no one's calling in. And I know it works because I tested it. So, 818-284-6188. It's working, but we can't hear anything. We don't need to answer the first caller anyway. That's typically a troll. So with that said, we're going to come over here and we're going to adjust these settings here so we can hear this in a way that makes sense. Yeah, and there we go. Go ahead and try it again. 818-284-6188. The lines are open. 818-284-6188. The lines are open. It is Elden Ring DLC launch day. 818-284-6188. Lines are open. Don't say I didn't give you the opportunity. 818-284-6188. Lines are open. You can call from your telephone. Don't need Skype. Now they want to call in. Yeah, hello, you're on the air. Can you hear me? One in the chat. Hello, you're on the air. Can you hear me?
What's up, Mike?
Yeah, what's
I can
up?
hear you, Mike. What's up? What's up? This low key, man.
Cool. Thanks for letting me know so we can get you off the air. 818-284-6188. 818-284-6188. Eight 284-6188. Eight 284-6188. Eight 284-6188. 818-284-6188. Yeah, hello, you're on the air. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air. Elden Ring. Hello, you're on the air. Riveting. Blown away. Blown away. Incredible caller. The fuck was that, the Wii Shop? Really amazing stuff. 818-284-6188. Lines are open. Elden Ring DLC is releasing later today. You can look at the time schedule so you can foam in your basement later tonight when that slop releases. But in the meantime, we are not covering it because, well, we can't. And not only that, I don't want to. The game's trash. It's not fun to play. If you have fun with it, that's fantastic. It's not for me. And that's just how the cookie crumbles. Eight 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, hello, you're on the air. 818-284-6188. What do you think about Elden Ring? The DLC for Elden Ring. Yeah, I can't hear you. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, what do you think about the Elden Ring? What do you think about the Elden Ring DLC?
Nothing.
Well, then don't call in.
But
818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air. What do you think about the Elden Ring DLC?
yeah, I don't know how that game's gonna turn out, man. I think it's gonna be pretty a shit show.
Well, what did you think? I mean, the game came out 2 years ago. What did you think about the base game?
Honestly, it's pretty flop, dude.
Okay, well, the DLC just is releasing later today, I believe, tomorrow, whenever, depending on your time zone, I believe. But on Metacritic, they said it's the best thing since sliced bread.
Ha! I don't know about. I don't know. I think it's a shit show. You called that one right, man.
Well, I just think the game isn't fun to play, and not only that, I mean, you have to get to a certain point in order to play the DLC. I've never played a game like that where you had to do that. I mean, with Witcher 3, you can buy the DLC and just play it. You don't have to even play the freaking base game. You can just jump right in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know what fans are expecting. That, and I think GTA 6 is gonna be fucking trash.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's going to be dog water.
Well, it's just like you say, hey there, mister, who let the damn simpletons out of the asylum? Exactly like that, man.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the gaming industry is in the shitter. I've already picked my game of the year, and if anyone can guess it, we'll give you a shout-out. But and the game's not out yet, by the way. But I already know that that's the only game that's going to be worthwhile and actually fun to play. And, you know, it's not really my preferred genre, but I already played their previous title, and I liked it a lot. So I think that will be game of the year this year. But this year has been abysmal for gaming.
Yeah,
I mean, it really has.
Yeah, it's very frustrating too, man. Like, you know, like I got a system here. I'm just waiting to play like a good exclusive, and you know, these games come out and they're like flop or they're just like horrible, and it's just like it's not like gaming like it used to be, man. And you're so fucking right about that. I've watched your stream a few times, and like it's just bullshit, man.
Yeah, well, that's because E3 is dead. I mean, quite frankly, that's the reason, really. And, you know, the reason why E3 is dead is because people stopped showing up. I mean, that's just the opposite of what happened. There was a slight dip in the last year of attendance, but the reason why E3 stopped is because these publishers don't put out games anymore. It takes them 8 years to put out one game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've been noticing this past, 7 years now, it's probably. Great.
Yeah, you gotta wait half a decade. Or at least 5 years minimum to play some of these games. And it's just like, is it really worth the wait?
Yeah, and not on that, too. I just noticed, too, like, it takes many, many years to make a good game. Well, so they say, and then it comes out, and it's just like a walk-in simulation with, like, amazing graphics. It took 7 years to make that. And you're like, oh, wow, it looks fucking good. But, I mean, what else am I doing here? I didn't pay $80 just to look around, you know?
Yeah, well, that's all these games are these days. They're walking simulator, over-the-shoulder, third person. You walk through the area that they want you to go in. They want to make them like movies more so than than ever before. It's terrible. I mean, it really is.
Yeah, I can't even to be dead ass with you, Michael, man. I don't know, brother. I think like the only games I was really interested in playing is maybe that new Silent Hill. I'll check it out, but am I going to shit bricks for it? Probably not. But I mean, hey, I'm going to try it out. Resident Evil, obviously, I don't know. They're saying Resident Evil 9 is going to be like more open world now, or they're going to do something different. I mean, that might be interesting, but I mean, I don't know what to expect. What do you think?
Well, I mean, it probably isn't going to be anything to write home about, but obviously we don't know until they unveil it. But, yeah, I mean, the Silent Hill thing, the Silent Hill 2 remake, I mean, I'll play that because I'm not fond of the original. I mean, I just never got into it. And it's a boomer game, and a lot of people have hype for it. And it's like, well, if you weren't there when it came out, you kind of really don't get it, I guess. But with that said, I'll play the remake.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, man. It's just one of those things. It's just like, what else am I looking forward to, you know? Just bullshit.
Yeah, well, the industry has come to a halt, and I think AI needs to swoop in to kind of to accelerate the development process for these games, because it's just getting ridiculous. These bloated budgets, these insane timelines for these games from when they show it off to when it releases. I mean, that shit's just got to go. You know what I mean? Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I don't know. Are you playing anything recently at all? Or like anything that you like? Or it's just like all boring and just like nothing?
No, I mean, the consoles are pretty much unplugged. Like, I mean, that's really how down bad it is. I mean, there's just nothing to play. And everyone's jumping back on this Elden Ring bandwagon because they want clicks. That's all they're doing it for. They're not doing it because they actually want to play this fucking game. They know that this is the only game that's coming out, especially in the summertime, that anyone really gives a shit about. So as such, these fake gamers, they jump right back on the fucking bandwagon, and, they know it's going to guarantee them clicks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad, man. I don't know. Like, you're going to have, like, the PS5 Pro, they're saying at the end of the year, early next year, whatever, man. But, like, what's that going to do? I mean, you got a better, slightly more powerful system, but it's the same shit, same situation. Like, what are you going to fucking play on it?
Nothing. That's the thing. Nothing. I mean, unless they have a new GTA 6 trailer to show off.
They're going to make like a patch so some of these games could actually run a little bit more stable now with the frame rate a little bit more consistent. Now, big deal. They should have did that on the PS5.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. And it's like, well, is that worth the price point of the PS5 Pro, which is probably going to be, what, $450, $500, $550, whatever the price may be, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that really going to be worthwhile? Like, hey, these games are going to get some updates, and they're going to look and perform a little bit smoother and better. And it's like, I don't necessarily think that that's all that exciting, but I guess in this climate, in this era, frame rate updates and patches and things like that are the new. It's like new games coming out. I don't know. It's weird shit.
Yeah. Well, that's just what it is, man. It's good to talk about gaming, man, once in a while,
Yeah.
And I got a kid and shit too, and like he likes games as well, and it's just like, I don't know what to get him. Like, you got the Switch, you got more fucking Mario than I can count on there. Like, you don't got much variety. I mean, Zelda, I don't know. I thought the newest one there, the latest one, was kind of all right. I think you played that a bit too, eh?
Yeah. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
But they just had a Nintendo Direct, and they announced their biggest, one of the most anticipated titles. I think it was Metroid Prime.
Ah. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's horrible, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I played the one on the GameCube, and I never got into it. I thought, well, you roam around as, like, I don't know, this wannabe Halo-looking fucking character, and then you, like, morph into a ball and shoot your cannon blaster, and it's like, what is this? I mean, I never grew up on it. I don't really get what it is.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you love it, you love it.
Well, the simpletons love that shit, I guess.
It's
just
a
like
sad situation.
No, I'm just checking it out right now. I'm looking up and seeing like upcoming releases and shit as we speak, and it's just like nothing looks appealing, and it's just like, let's be honest, like there's games coming out, some of us are probably stoked for, and we're like, okay, hey, look, that looks cool, and we'll check it out. By the time it comes out, is it a hit? Do we actually like it? 9 times out of 10, probably not. Unless you're a guy and just loves gaming, just at its core, and you give everything a chance. You got an open mind. You're like, hey, it's not bad. It's a good game, sure. But, like, you got to be real. Like, we live in this time. We have things that are, like, consoles that are expensive and, like, AI. And we're going forward, We can't just play, like, these indie games, and pay, like, $60 for it, or just walking simulation games. It doesn't make any sense. I want to play something that I can remember, like childhood, and be like, fuck, that's a good game. I saw the gameplay trailer there of, what is that, that classic N64 game they're coming back out with after all these years on Xbox. Perfect Dark. I don't know, man, that looks completely different than I remember. I don't know if it even looks good.
Yeah, I didn't even know they announced that. I'd turn the damn showcase off. It was so boring.
I mean, it was nice to see something, finally.
Right.
But I mean, like, I was underwhelmed by that.
Well, they showed
I don't
off.
know,
They showed
Fable,
off State of Decay 3, which that could be cool, to some extent. But they don't give no release window on when that's coming out. I don't even think they showed off the new Fable. Gears of War E-Day doesn't have a release window, as far as I know. So it's like, did Xbox really hit that home run? I don't think they did, because they didn't give a timeline on when this shit's coming. From what I remember.
They didn't give any timelines, but I mean, like, I got to be honest. I watched the PlayStation, thing going on there, and I didn't really find myself really impressed. At least with the Xbox, they kind of showed some stuff, but they kind of lacked, release dates and to give us more. But they kind of showed a little bit more. I guess the Gears of War, like you said, I mean, that does look pretty cool. But I mean, there's no release date. It's going to be what, Unreal Engine 5?
Oh,
I don't know.
That is plaguing the industry. Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah. Well, we don't really know, man. Fuck, I don't even know half the time what I'm fucking saying. I just know that, hey, look, I want to check out a good game. I hope it's gonna be good. And when it comes out, it's just like the past couple games I bought, man. To be honest, I was very underwhelmed. But there's nothing else to play, except you want to go jack off. But I don't want to fucking do that. But I mean, who wants to fucking do that? Could never be me. Yeah. Well, it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
What else can you give your fans? What else can you talk about and show off if there's like nothing good to play or even
Well, that's
talk
what I'm saying. It's like,
gaming-wise?
I mean, there's nothing to really cover. I mean, obviously this is the biggest release of this year, or at least it is so far, the Elden Ring. But I'm not playing it because, well, I haven't beat the fucking game. I'm not going to go through that slog of a fucking game, and it's mental torture playing that slop. It just is. Unless I'm getting paid for it or there's massive support, it's not worth my time. I don't have fun playing it. I'm done playing these anti-fun games. I want to play something that's fun and enjoyable, not something that is, hey, let's jump over 500 fucking hurdles. You know what I mean? And I think when some of these gamers get out of the basement or they grow older, they'll have a different perspective and realize that, yeah, I don't like having fun with this. It's not as fun anymore because, you didn't come home from school and boot up Elden Ring and play it. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just not a fun game because it's a copy and paste.
Yeah. Well, Elden Ring and there's a few other games like Demon Souls and stuff.
Oh Lord, yeah, all of them are trash. I played all of them. They're all garbage. They're all the same.
Yeah. See, those games are meant to be really challenging and hard.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
know.
admit that. I mean, I'm not good at those games. My girlfriend kicks my fucking ass at that. But it's made to be hard where you want to throw your controller. Unless you're a good gamer and you got lots of patience, I mean, good for you, man. Then you might be able to bust ass and fucking get through it. But I mean, if you're a mediocre gamer, you don't got a lot of patience. It's kind of hard to win that kind of game, You just got to restart and restart and restart. And eventually, you throw the PS5 off the balcony and you're like, oh, whoops, what the fuck are you going to do?
Well, I mean, you wouldn't be really missing it too much because there's no games for the PS5 until next year anyway, so.
I don't know, man. To be honest, Michael, I don't even know what I'm looking forward to. I think it's better fucking watching you talk shit, going, doing fucking push-ups
it's
and
just the
getting
state.
paid for it.
It's just the state of the industry. I mean, there's just nothing coming out until the biggest game obviously on the horizon, and the biggest game of all time is GTA 6. But I mean, we don't know when that's coming out. That could be 2026 for all we fucking know. So it's like, I mean, it's hard to talk about.
That's what I think. I think it's going to be near the end of 2025, early 26. That's what I think, and that has to be a good game. I mean, like, it's been in development for so long. It's Rockstar.
Well, hold on. Didn't you say earlier that it's going to be trash?
I think it's going to be trash. But
Yeah,
I
do too. I do too. I think it's going to be surprising in a lot of ways, and not necessarily a good way. But I also think it's going to have some positives and negatives. But I think ultimately they've put themselves in a position where they will fail because they've waited so long
it's hard to really
move.
know, man. It's hard. Yeah, no, I hear you. It's hard to really know, man. Yeah, I said it was probably going to be trash because it's just like the way the game's been coming out with, I'm disappointed. But I'm hoping, the kid inside of me is hoping it's going to be badass and fun. But I mean, who knows, man?
Well,
and if that one turns out to be
we've been
flop,
waiting,
I don't know.
we've been waiting 11, 12, 13 years potentially for this release. I mean, can it really live up to that hype? That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's just insane. It's insane how long this has taken to come out, and it's still not out, and we still don't have a concrete window on when it's coming, really. So it's just crazy to hype up a game that's basically just one big fucking question mark of like, well, it could be the best thing in the world, or it could be like just the biggest disappointment of all time, worse than Cyberpunk.
I feel like that game's going to have a lot to offer, though. There's going to be so much shit going on it, like so much shit it offers. Like the gameplay trailer it showed. I mean, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, it looked fucking awesome.
Well, yeah. I mean hey, I'll tell you this. I mean, if the gameplay can match what they showed in that trailer, it is going to be something special. That I can tell you. No ifs, ands, or buts. But that's, if the fucking gameplay can match that trailer. If you walk into a club or you walk onto the beach and it really looks that believable and that, realistic, and there's so many NPCs doing things and it just looks so believable, and, they're selling the living, breathing aspect of Vice City. I mean, quite frankly, it will be amazing. But that's if they can accomplish what they showed off in that trailer.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. Especially if you can interact with it.
That's what I'm saying.
It's very immersive. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, you're right, man. That would be good. But, Rockstar's known for, delivering, let's be honest, for the most part. So we're just all disappointed at this point, I think, because GTA's taking fucking forever, and I think that's what it is.
You really, I hate to say this, but you kind of have to blame the consumers. Rockstar went where the consumers, put their time and money into, and that was the online. And at this point, we should have probably had GTA 7 by now, but
yeah, I think that's going to be the last one for a very long time, Buck.
Oh, yeah, no, this will be the last GTA. Yeah, this will be the last GTA. There's no reason to make another. I mean, they've already milked GTA 5 since, 2013? Why would they need another after this one? This is the ultimate one right here.
Yeah, and they got the whole online, GTA Online, too, and I think, that's just going to kick around forever, man. So, that's going to buy them a significant amount of time. Let's be honest, if there wasn't, if GTA Online wasn't a big hit and wasn't really anything, I do believe that we would have had the other GTA 6 a lot sooner.
Oh, absolutely. I believe that as well. But I think their trajectory changed when they saw the money flowing right in, and they saw, wow, a lot of people are loving this. Oh, yeah. So they just started milking it, and it's like, well, that's what they do in Hollywood as well. They go see Spider-Man 1, they make Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 does better than Spider-Man 1, they make Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 outperforms Spider-Man 1 and 2, they make Spider-Man 4. They just keep doing the same thing. They do what works, and that's what Rockstar and Take-Two did. They looked at the money, and they said, hey, it's rolling right in, and what people are spending their most time on, and that's the online, and that's what people enjoy, and that's what they did. So as such, that's where we're at.
Well, it is, you're right about that, man.
I mean, it's just, it's a business after all, so, the gaming industry is not, they're just not.
Yeah, it's just kind of baffling, man. It's kind of preposterous.
Cosmic Reteller Super Chatted $4.99.
You just kind of wait it out. You wait for 7 years, and, you're excited as fuck, and then just to turn around, there's a good chance you end up being disappointed. And you're like, holy shit. Maybe I should just throw in the towel and not even be a gamer, I'm so more disappointed than I am happy. So what the fuck's the point?
Yeah, I agree. Software AI needs to get its ass in this gaming industry space, and just help the developers just do it faster. Get these games out quicker. Less bloated budgets, $200 million to make a game, 8-year fucking wait. I mean, it's ridiculous. No one wants to wait that long to play this game. It's never going to live up to the hype. And even if it does release, it'll have good graphics, and it'll be, probably more than likely a walking simulator, because that's what sells. That's what the normies love. They love, these graphics are so amazing, but you can only walk in a fucking straight path. And it's basically just a fucking movie game.
Yeah, another thing, too, is I feel like our expectations, not every single gamer, but a lot of us, our expectations is getting more and more advanced. We're looking
yeah, but they should be, because they sold
that,
us on
right?
they sold us on $500 boxes that were 12 teraflops of compute power and 4K resolution and all this fucking shit. And then these games come out, and none of that matches what they kind of sold you on. On the PS5 box, it says fucking 8K. Now, obviously, that's not a fucking thing, but I think that's ridiculous.
And they took it off the box, too. Did you see that? Sony removed it off their box.
Well, because
took it off
I
their
think it's
box.
misleading in the sense that some gamers might look at the box and say, "Wow, it's capable of 8K game." If you're super fucking wealthy, you might have an
exactly
8K television.
Yeah, fuck. Well, that's just it. That's exactly it. So I don't know. They're gonna slap it on the PS5 Pro box. Same shit all over again.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. The PS5 Pro doesn't need to exist if there's no games that are going to really take advantage of it.
There's nothing excited about it, man. I might as well just fucking get a DVD and watch a whole series of Caillou. Fuck. I need some cheesies, dude. There's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Well, hey, Michael, man. Good chatting with you, brother.
Yeah, bro.
I got to get going to the gym here. My wife's coming. But take care, and I'll hit you up again.
Hell yeah,
later,
bro.
buddy.
Take care.
Take care, buddy.
All right, we got Cosmo coming through with the 5. That's what we're talking about. The 3 Musketeers have assembled, and Cosmo is in the building making a damn point with a $5 super chat. We have the Elden Ring DLC launching very soon. Those are the timetables for the Elden Ring DLC. And we're not playing it. We're not covering it because I can't. You have to get to a certain point in the game in order to play it. And it doesn't mention that anywhere on the store page where you buy it. Does not mention that anywhere, that you need to get to a certain point in the game to play it. So that is ridiculous to say the least. In fact, let's see if the AI is sophisticated enough to answer this question here. Hey there.
Hello. How can I assist you today?
Elden Ring DLC, how far do I need to be in the game in order to play it?
To access the Elden Ring DLC, titled Shadow of the Erdtree, you'll need to meet certain in-game requirements. Here's what you need to do. Defeat Star Scourge Radon. This is a main boss that you need to overcome to progress in the game. Reach the underground Mogwin Palace map. There are 2 ways to access this area. Use the Gateway Teleporter in the consecrated snowfield. Complete the White Mask Var quest line and use the Pure Blood Knight's medal. Once you've met these requirements, you'll be set to start the DLC and explore the new content it offers. Remember, the DLC is expected to present a significant challenge, so make sure your character is well prepared with the right gear and level. Enjoy your adventure in the new areas of the lands between.
So if I were starting a new game in Elden Ring today, how long would it take me, do you think, to get to that, to complete those things in order to play the DLC?
Starting a new game in Elden Ring and progressing to the point where you can access the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC can vary greatly depending on your playstyle and experience with the game. Here are some general estimates. Average players. For most players, it's expected to take somewhere around 15 to 30 hours to work through the main game content required to reach the DLC area. Speedrunners. Those who are experienced with the game and its mechanics, such as speedrunners, can reach the DLC content much faster, sometimes in less than 30 minutes. However, these are just estimates. Your actual time may vary based on how thoroughly you explore the game world, engage with side quests, and overcome challenges. If you're familiar with the game mechanics and focus on the main objectives, you might reach the DLC content faster than the average time. Happy gaming.
Yeah, happy gaming, by the way.
Thank you. If you have any more questions or need further assistance with Elden Ring or anything else, feel free to ask. Enjoy your journey through the lands between.
Can you sing me a quick song about how Elden Ring is amazing?
Certainly. Here's a quick song celebrating the wonders of Elden Ring. Verse 1. In the lands between, under the Erdtree's light, heroes rise with might in the endless fight. Tarnished yet so bright, seeking grace's sight. Elden Ring's call, a beacon in the night. Chorus. O Elden Ring, your lands so vast and wide. with secrets deep inside where mysteries reside. Your beauty can't be denied, a true gamer's pride. Elden Ring, you're an epic ride. Verse 2. From Stormvale to Caelid, the journey's long.
Okay.
But in our hearts, a fire strong. With every boss, a victory song. In Elden Ring...
Way too long on that. Holy shit. So, yeah, we're not playing the Elden Ring DLC. If you're just tuning in, we were discussing how terrible it is and how you have to do all of that that was just discussed in order to play it, which is really stupid. Because if you go to the Steam page right now, if you go to the Xbox page, if you go to the PlayStation page, it doesn't tell you that you need to hit those requirements in order to play it. So a lot of people are going to buy this DLC thinking they can just jump right in because they want to be a part of the hype, they want to be a part of the bandwagon, and they're not going to be able to play it. So there's going to be a lot of refunds for this DLC for those that are not in the know or in the bubble, because you have to get to a certain point within the game in order to access the DLC that you paid $40 for. I don't think I've ever played a game, and even if I did, they made it pretty clear, like, hey, you have to get to a certain point in order to fucking play it, and nowhere where they're selling this fucking DLC does it state that you need to do any of that. I didn't even know until some fucking, From Software fanboy came in here and said, hey, no, you can't play it until you do this, that, and the third. And it's just like, what the fuck is this shit? Well, that's one thing I can say about CD Projekt Red. It's like, well, you don't need to complete The Witcher 3 to fucking play the DLC. You could jump right in from the main menu, play what you bought, and experience it. And that's how it should be with Elden Ring. And quite frankly, had it been that way, I would have played it. But, oh, Michael, you don't understand. You don't understand. It's designed this way because Miyazaki has increased the difficulty. He's got 10 new bosses, by the way, bud. 10 new bosses. Miyazaki has increased the difficulty, and you need to get good in order to get this DLC, Michael. And if you ain't at that level, then you shouldn't be able to play it. It's this weird pride fucking From Software click thing. That's really this elitism is what it is. It's this elitism. It's ridiculous. It's quite frankly very sad. But they don't care. The From Software fanboys don't care. And they never will. They just don't care, and they never will.
Dr. Blitz super chatted $4.99. Still Wakes the Deep horror game is actually decent. Forget Elden Ring.
Still... Dr. Blitz coming through with the 5. That's what we're talking about. Still Wakes the Deep horror game is actually decent. Never heard of it. Let's talk to the AI to see if she can fill us in here. Hey there. Have you heard of Still Wakes, the video game? It is apparently a horror game. Can you tell me a little bit more about it?
Hey. Yes, Still Wakes is a recently released horror video game that has garnered attention for its immersive atmosphere and setting. Here's what I found about the game. Title, Still Wakes the Deep. Developer, The Chinese Room.
What?
Publisher, Secret Mode. Release date, June 18th, 2024. Platform, Xbox Series XS PC. Availability, Game Pass on day 1.
Oh.
Gameplay overview. Setting. The game is set in Christmas 1975 on an oil rig off the Scottish mainland.
Oh, fuck.
Plot. You play as Kaz, an electrician, who faces disaster as the rig is struck by a mysterious event, transforming the environment and crew into monstrous entities. Gameplay. It's a first-person narrative horror experience where you navigate the rig, facing phobias and trying to survive against an otherworldly horror. Visuals. The game boasts detailed weather effects and environments, utilizing Unreal Engine 5 to create a visually stunning experience. Challenges. Players will encounter linear level designs with limited exploration, focusing on survival and escape. Critical reception. The game has been praised for its dialogue, voice acting, and setting. However, it has also received criticism for its linear level design and lack of rewarding exploration. It seems like Still Wakes offers a unique horror experience with a strong narrative focus, set in a meticulously crafted world. If you're a fan of horror games with a rich story and atmospheric setting, this might be right up your alley.
What is the score on Metacritic?
The Metacritic score for Still Wakes the Deep is as follows. Metascore, 74/100, which indicates mixed or average reviews based on 34 critic reviews. User score. The user reviews are not available yet, as it requires more ratings to provide a score.
So 74 out of a 100. 74 out of 100. Let's go ahead and get a 1 in the chat, folks. Let's go ahead and get a 1 in the chat. We're going to open up the lines yet again, 818-284-6188. Hopefully the audio is good because I'm not listening to it. 1 in the chat, let's go. 1 in the chat, let's go. Get it moving, folks. We are live, 818-284-6188. That is the number to call in, and we are opening up the lines yet again, 818-284-6188. The lines are open yet again. 818-284-6188. The lines are open yet again, and we're not going to answer the first caller because that was way too quick. 818-284-6188. We've got the lines open yet again, 818-284-6188, youtube.com/MichaelDoesLife. That is the source of this broadcast. Type that in your browser, and you will come to the source. 818-284-6188. That is the number on the screen. Man, let's go ahead and get you on the line. Hello, you're on the air, 818-284-6188. Yeah, hello, you're on the air. Okay, next caller. It might not be working. Hello, you're on the air. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air. Okay. It might not be working. Hello, you're on the air. 818-284-6188. And it seemingly has broke. So we'll get this figured out here in a way that makes sense, as I cannot hear anything. Let's go ahead and get a 1 in the chat here as we fix this. Not sure why we would have to adjust it. We just already fixed it. But for some reason, it must have switched back over. Okay. Okay, go ahead and try again. 818-284-6188. Number is on the screen. Pick up the telephone, dial the number 818-284-6188. The lines are open, folks, and it should be working now. 818-284-6188. The lines are open, and I still can't hear anything, so maybe it's not working. Hello, you're on the air. 818-284-6188. It's not working. Are we muted? Hello. It's not working. Well, we're going to close it and see if it fixes itself. We're going to close it and see if it can fix itself here. And we're going to restart the application. 818-284-6188. The number is on the screen. And we'll see if we can get it working this time around. 818-284-6188. Yeah, there is a thunderstorm in the area, so if it starts coming down hard, if the rain gets too crazy out here, we'll have to wrap it up. But I guess the call-in system has broke here, as I cannot hear anything, at least for the time being. 818-284-6188. I think it's still broken here. I'm not sure what's going on. Hello, you're on the air. 818-284-6188. Can't hear you. So it seemingly is not working now. Everything should be working, but it's no longer working, folks. So we'll go ahead and fix this here. Keep switching over to this, and we're gonna change that as well. There we go. Shouldn't have to manually do that. That's unbelievable. Hello, you're on the air. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air.
Shout out Pro Level Calm. Thanks.
Okay. 818-284-6188. Yeah, hello, you're on the air. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, hello, you're on the air. What do you think about Elden Ring?
I think it's pretty good.
Cool.
It's pretty
Thanks
good.
for calling in. 818-284-6188. It's getting windy out here. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air. Can't hear you. You got to get out of the basement, bud. 818-284-6188. Can't even talk.
What up, my
Riveting, amazing. 818-284-6188. We got a storm coming in here. And I'm not entirely sure if we'll be able to go for much longer. But you guys obviously weren't ready for today's discussion. Let's get some new callers. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air. What do you think about Elden Ring DLC? What do you think about the Elden Ring DLC?
Hi, Michael. How you doing?
Okay. You didn't answer my question. That's how I'm doing. We're going to get you off the air. It's my show, bud. You're not going to direct the conversation. I'm in control. I'm in charge. My show, bud. You're calling into me. I'm not calling into you. If I were calling into you, I'd respect your fucking rules, okay? You didn't answer my question about Elden Ring. You wanted to say, how am I doing? That's parasocial. Get up out. Why does it matter how I'm doing? How are you doing? No one cares. Okay. 818-284-6188. It's getting windy out here. There's a big storm coming in. All these fake gamers are now playing the Elden Ring DLC. They're jumping back on for the clicks. They didn't care about Elden Ring for the past 2 years. Now they're all in love with it because they want attention. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air.
Yo, nigga, Carter does live. Let's get it.
818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey there, mister.
818-284-6188. Hey there, let's do a short quiz about World War II. One question first.
Sure, I'd be happy to help with a World War II quiz question. Here's one for you. What event is generally considered to be the first belligerent act of World War II? Germany's attack on Russia, Germany's attack on Britain, Germany's attack on Poland, Germany's occupation of Austria. Please select the number corresponding to your answer. Good luck.
Normandy, the beach of Normandy.
The beach of Normandy is indeed associated with a significant event in World War II, known as D-Day, the Allied invasion of Normandy on June 6, 1944. However, it is not considered the first belligerent act of the war. The correct answer to the quiz question is Germany's attack on Poland. This event occurred on September 1st, 1939, and is widely regarded as the beginning of World War II in Europe. Would you like to try another question or discuss a different topic related to World War II?
Yeah, let's try another question.
All right, here's another World War II quiz question for you. Which of the following best describes the term blitzkrieg used by Germany during the early stages of World War II? A diplomatic strategy, a slow and steady advance, a lightning-fast military tactic, a type of political propaganda. What's your answer? Just type the number of your choice. Good luck.
Lightning fast.
Correct. The term blitzkrieg refers to a lightning-fast military tactic used by Germany during World War II. It involved rapid, coordinated attacks by air and land forces to quickly overwhelm and defeat the enemy. Here's another question for you. Which significant battle marked the turning point in the Pacific theater of World War II? Battle of Midway, Battle of Kursk, Battle of Stalingrad, Battle of Britain. What's your answer? Feel free to respond with the number or the name of the battle.
The Battle of Stalingrad.
The Battle of Stalingrad was indeed a significant and decisive battle, but it was a turning point on the Eastern Front in Europe, not in the Pacific theater. The correct answer to the question is Battle of Midway. This battle took place from June 4th to June 7th, 1942, and marked the turning point in the Pacific theater as the United States Navy decisively defeated an attacking fleet of the Imperial Japanese Navy. Would you like to continue with the quiz, or is there another World War II topic you're interested in discussing?
No, we're done. Give me the results. How do we do 1 through 10? 1 through 10, how do we do?
Understood. If you have any other questions in the future or need assistance with anything else, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.
Let's go. This is why we're not playing the Elden Ring DLC. You guys, firstly, don't care. Secondly, I can't. Third of all, the game is trash. Those are the 3 reasons we're not playing it. So if you're wondering why we're not playing it, and we're outside in a very windstorm now, that's because, well, we just told you, but you didn't listen. We're not playing the Elden Ring DLC because, first of all, it's not fun. Second of all, I can't. You have to get to a certain point in the game, and I'm not playing that crap. And third of all, you guys don't care. So there you go. That's why we're not covering it. The game we will be covering is EA Sports College Football 25 next month. And I know you guys don't care about that game. That's great. You guys play your Elden Ring, and you have fun with your Elden Ring, and I'll have fun with my EA Sports College Football 25. It's really that simple. You guys play your Elden Ring, and you guys enjoy your Elden Ring, and you have so much fun with Miyazaki's 10 new bosses. You guys waited 2 years for $40 DLC. I mean, imagine. That just could never be me. Imagine being excited for DLC. EA Sports College Football returns after over a decade. It's going to be so much fun. So we're covering that next month, EA Sports College Football 25. That's my game. I mean, I don't even watch college football, really. But, you know, something different than Madden, a fresh new perspective. It's thundering out here. You probably can't hear it. It's thundering out here. So we will be taking a look at EA Sports College Football 25. It's the first next-gen only football game. It's the first next-gen only football game, okay? Madden 25 is on PS4 and Xbox One. EA Sports College Football 25 is only on the current generation hardware. And if EA really wanted to milk it, they could have put it on all the platforms and made more money. So obviously it wasn't about the money because they alienated a lot of customers, potential customers, by not having the product on the widest platforms, PS4 and Xbox One. So as such, because there's still more consoles of the PS4 and Xbox One out there, more so than the PS5 and Series X and S. Still 4 years in. So if EA was all about the money, then quite frankly, why didn't they put EA Sports College Football 25 on all the platforms?
Dr. Blitz super chatted $4.99. Mountain Dew came out with 3 new patriotic-themed drinks. All 3 kinda suck toe.
Yeah, we tried one of them. It's called Liberty Chill. And it was basically cotton candy. But I saw the other 2. I didn't know they came out with that many flavors. We tried the Liberty Chill, and it was basically a rebranded Summer Freeze from last year. That's what I thought anyway. But it was probably more so cotton candy. Nonetheless, we tried the Summer Chill, the Liberty Chill rather, but we haven't tried. There's 2 other ones. There's like a clear one, not clear, but it's white, and then there's a red one. So we haven't tried those 2, but I did see them. That's what we're talking about. Dr. Blitz coming through with a $5 super chat.
Memes but cool super chatted $4.99. Yo, what's up? I'll dono because I'm bored and you have a good point.
The land of the tarnished. The land of the tarnished. That's coming through.
The Real Shadow super chatted $5. Let's keep the donations coming, folks.
That's what we're talking about. The real YouTube Shadow is in the building and coming through in a way that makes sense. Diggity damn. It is hot out here. That I could tell you. We could ask the AI, but I don't think that's necessary. It is hot out here, humid out here. There's a storm somewhere nearby. And I'm not sure if it's coming this way, but I can hear it, I'll tell you that. So we are not covering the Elden Ring DLC. Even if there were an easy way to jump right in, it's more of the same. If any other company did DLC like that, they would be crucified. If EA did DLC like that, they would be crucified. If Bethesda did DLC like that, they'd be crucified. If Ubisoft did DLC like that, they would be crucified. But quite frankly, From Software, they just get that magical pass. And it's an anti-fun game. I'm done with these anti-fun games. We might have to go back to Wii Sports and just call it a day. Because these modern games want to be movie games, they're woke. And on top of that, well, they're anti-fun. So if you guys love playing anti-fun games, that's fine with me. You like what you like. I got nothing against that. But I'm not going to play a game where you just roam around and, pick up your weapon and, hack and slash. Dodge, attack. Dodge, attack. Dodge, attack. Dodge, attack. I mean, that's the whole fucking game with 10 new bosses. That's all you do. Dodge, attack. Dodge, attack. Dodge, attack. Who's interested in that? Well, you got to be real down bad. I'd rather go to the gay bar in Cyberpunk. I mean, that's literally more fun. I'm sorry. You know, give me the immersion update for Cyberpunk, and I'll jump right back in, and I'll say, you know what, they finally hit the home run. Until the mods can figure out how to do that, then the game's trash. Let me go into the gay bar in Cyberpunk, and let me experience what the gay bar has to offer. And I'll come away, and I'll say the damn game's finally fucking where it needs to be. Okay, it's not hard to figure out, bud. It's not hard to figure out. When I walked into the gay bar in Cyberpunk, guess what? There ain't nothing to do in the gay bar in Cyberpunk. You can't, there's nothing to do. Very disappointing. Because there's no immersion in that game. Outside of being a tech demo for NVIDIA's fucking latest graphics cards. And everyone chills it still like, oh, I watched it on Netflix, Michael, and that anime was so amazing. The game's trash, bud. The game's total trash. I already picked my game of the year. I already know what it's going to be. I'm not going to tell you guys because you guys don't think guessed it anyway. But I already know what my game of the year is. And it's not out yet. And it might be terrible. But if I had to pick one game that has already released or that I know is coming out within the next 6 months or whatever, I have already picked it, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. They just showed it off a few weeks ago for the first time. I'll give you that clue. They just showed it off for the first time about 3 or so weeks ago, a month ago. And I think it will be Game of the Year. It's not going to be for everyone, but that's okay. It's not going to be for everyone, but that's okay. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. So I've already picked my game of the year. I know I'm going to have some fun with it. It's not an anti-fun game, okay, just so you know. It's not an anti-fun game. It is an exclusive, okay? It's not an anti-fun game. It is an exclusive. So those are two more clues right there. They just unveiled it for, I believe, the first time about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Whenever that was, okay? So you should be able to figure it out now. That's probably my game of the year. I'll just say that. That's a day one buy for me. And we're going to play it. So we'll cover EA Sports College Football 25 next month in July. I'm not covering Elden Ring because it's terrible. And not only that, you have to get to a certain point in the fucking game in order to play it, which it doesn't tell you before you buy it. Nowhere on the pages does it tell you. Steam, PlayStation Store, Xbox Marketplace doesn't say that you need to get to a certain point in the game. Well, it should be common knowledge, Mike. No, that's not how it works, bud. So I think that, quite frankly, is a disgrace and very disgusting. But, the From Software fanboys love to just sit there and consume because that's all they know to do is consume the slop that they're, given to at the buffet. They love lining up to the buffet to consume, like the pigs that they are. $40 DLC, 10 bosses. You know how fast people are going to plow through this thing? We're talking in like 4 hours. They're going to plow through this shit, the Elden Ring vets. They're going to plow through the DLC, and then they're going to be bored. That's the reality of it. They're going to plow through the fucking Elden Ring DLC, and then they're going to be bored. And they waited 2 years for this DLC. If this DLC came out like a year after the first, the initial release, then it would have been okay. But, here we are in 2024, 2 years after the damn game initially launched, actually over that. And, they're hyping it up to the moon and back. Oh, it's got a 94, 95 on Metacritic. Who cares? It's the same crap. 10 bosses, $40 DLC. And, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. Let me tell you this. Red Dead Undead Nightmare, okay? And you guys are Zoomers, so you don't know this because you didn't. Red Dead Undead Nightmare was $20, and that had how many hours of content? 6, 7, 8 hours of content, if not more, depending on how you played it. I think that's a better deal. I think this DLC should have been $20. But From Software, Miyazaki knows that, they can put $200 price tag on that sumbitch, and everyone's going to be buying that day one. Because that's how the From Software fanboys are. They're brainwashed. They love Miyazaki. They're going to follow his every move, and they're going to do as he says. And it doesn't matter if the DLC is trash. It doesn't matter if it's overpriced. It doesn't matter any of that. Quality is not a concern. They are going to line up to the buffet and do the one thing that they love doing at the buffet, that is consuming. And you know I'm right. But if Ubisoft did this, if Bethesda did this, if any other studio did this, they would be very mad and upset. You know, it's funny because they say that Ubisoft, you know, they have a $150 edition, $200 edition of, what is that game called? The Star Wars Outlaws game and the new Assassin's Creed game. They're complaining about that, which is totally optional, by the way. But they're not complaining about the fact that there's an Elden Ring Collector's Edition DLC statue for like $250 or $200. I mean, get up out of here. These hypocritical gamers are fake people. And, you know, the thing is with the From Software fanboys is that they don't like any other game. They just like Elden Ring and that's it. They don't like any other game. They just like Elden Ring and that's it. They can't handle it. And really, that just could never be me. That really just can. Oh, the sense of accomplishment. The sense of accomplishment. Let's beat the boss, and let's get that sense of that rush that you get by beating the boss after battling the boss for 6 hours. Well, that's fun initially, but then you do it again and again and again and again. There's basically no game to the game. There's no story either because you have to go in the fucking Wicca to read all about these stories that are supposedly in the game. There's no story in the game unless you want to read some like weird cryptic fucking bullshit. Then you got to decipher it on fucking like the Wicca, like Elden Ring Wicca, like this is the lore of the fucking game. It's trash. And basically there's no game. That's what I gathered from Elden Ring. It's just like, well, here's an empty open world. There's nothing dynamic happening. There's no day and night cycle. The enemies respawn at the exact same positions, and you just roam around and dodge attack, roam around and dodge attack, and then if you die and reset, the enemies, you know where the enemies are at. You know where their paths are. There's really no game there. It's a barren open world with cookie cutter, standard fucking. I mean, it's really bad. It's really bad. But the biased Snowy Games media, they want to crawl out of the woodwork and say, "Oh my God, Michael, it's the best thing since sliced bread. It sucks to be you because you didn't get good, Michael. Hell, here we are 2 years later, Michael, and you still haven't beat Elden Ring. You're a fake gamer, Michael." Imagine playing that anti-fun slop and calling it Game of the Year. Really, just could never be me. Hey there, and I need you to make this quick, a brief answer. Who is the better basketball player, LeBron James or Michael Jordan?
The comparison between LeBron James and Michael Jordan is a highly debated topic. Here's a brief overview. LeBron James is known for his versatility, having a career average of 27.1 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 7.4 assists per game. He's also the NBA's all-time scoring leader. Michael Jordan, on the other hand, averaged 30.1 points, 6.2 rebounds, and 5.3 assists per game in his career. He's celebrated for his scoring ability and clutch performances, especially in the playoffs. Both players have their unique strengths and have made significant impacts on the game, making it difficult to definitively say who is better. It often comes down to personal preference and the specific criteria one values in a basketball player.
Okay, but who has scored more points?
LeBron James has scored more career points in the NBA. As of the latest available data, LeBron James has accumulated a total of 40,352 points, surpassing Michael Jordan's career total of 32,292 points.
Okay, well that means that LeBron James is better because isn't that the point of basketball, putting the basketball in the hoop? LeBron James is better. Go up and see.
Scoring points is indeed a fundamental aspect of basketball, and LeBron James has excelled in that area. However, the assessment of who is the better player often involves multiple factors beyond just points scored. These can include championships won, MVP awards, defensive skills, and the ability to elevate a team's performance, among others. Both LeBron James and Michael Jordan have been exceptional in these areas, which is why the debate continues and is largely subjective. Ultimately, it's a matter of personal opinion as to who one believes is the better player.
It's not subjective because guess what, sweetheart? The numbers don't lie. LeBron James, as you have confirmed, has more points than Michael Jordan.
You're right that numbers provide a clear metric, and LeBron James does have more career points than Michael Jordan. In basketball, as in many sports, statistics are a crucial part of evaluating
No
performance.
shit.
However, many fans and analysts also consider other aspects of a player's career when discussing greatness, such as championships, MVP awards, and overall impact on the game. The debate between LeBron James and Michael Jordan often includes these factors, which is why it remains a popular and enduring discussion.
Okay, how many championship rings does Michael Jordan have compared to LeBron?
Michael Jordan has won 6 championship rings with the Chicago Bulls, achieved during the years 1991, 1992, 1993, 1996, 1997, and 1998. LeBron James has won 4 championship rings over the course of his career, with his victories coming in 2012 and 2013 with the Miami Heat, in 2016 with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and in 2020 with the Los Angeles Lakers.
Cool, amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. If you have any more questions or need further information, feel free to ask. Enjoy your day.
That is the most soulless shit. Well, it's evident that LeBron James is better. I mean, he's not even done with his career yet. It's wrapping up seemingly, but you know he has scored. He has put the ball in the hoop. That's what matters. That's what wins games. You know, you can brag about championship rings and you know this, that, and the third, but LeBron James has scored more points. That is a fact than Michael Jordan, and you know I don't know how you're going to debate that because that's the numbers don't lie. So, in my opinion, LeBron James is better than Jordan. LeBron James is better than Jordan. He has put the basketball in the hoop more than Jordan. Those are the facts. You can't debate that. He has put the ball in the hoop more than than Michael Jordan. He has put the ball in the hoop more than Michael Jordan. How are you guys going to sit there and argue that? That's beyond me. Now, maybe Michael Jordan is a better three-pointer. Maybe Michael Jordan has more assists. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's the opposite. I don't know. But what we know right now from that conversation is that Michael Jordan has scored more points than LeBron James, rather, has scored more points than Michael Jordan. How are you going to argue that? That doesn't make any sense. But points don't matter now because it doesn't fit the narrative because, well, you know, Michael Jordan is better because this, that, and the third. But isn't the point of basketball is to win games? How do you win games? You put the basketball in the hoop. I mean, this is a very simple discussion. And yet you got these people debating this for years and years and years. There's no debate anymore. Now, when LeBron James didn't have as many points in his career, there was much more to debate. But now he has solidified his career, his existence within the NBA as one of the all-time greats, top 5 probably, and he has cemented greatness in his body of work. And you're going to come out here and tell me that Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James? Really? Because that's not what the numbers show. So, you know, obviously Michael Jordan has more star power. Michael Jordan had a you know, he's a billionaire. I don't think LeBron James is. And, you know, at least not yet. But I will say that, again, we go back to the numbers. The numbers don't lie. And LeBron James has outperformed Michael Jordan So why don't we discuss this? Because you guys obviously don't care about Elden Ring. You can't be bothered to share this with Elden Ring fanboys because that would be too much entertainment, right? You can't be bothered to take the link and share it with actual Elden Ring fanboys because that would just be too much entertainment, right? And we just can't have that around here, can we? Okay, let's go ahead and try this again. Let's open up the lines, probably the final time, because you guys are winding down out here. It's hot. I can go until the battery dies, but I don't think you guys can handle it. Actually, let's check up on this here. And we're going to have to switch over here. The audio settings change every time. Unbelievable. 818-284-6188. Fake fans, get on, handle it. Too many fake gamers in here. Okay, we're going to switch back over here in a way that makes sense. Eight 284-6188. Hello, you're on the air. Let's go. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air. Okay, you're not ready.
Michael.
No. Wake up before you call in. The fuck was that? The guy's half asleep trying to call in. Don't call in if you're not ready. 818-28. Ah, damn. 818-284-6188. This guy just rolled out of fucking bed trying to call in. Ain't nobody got that type of energy in here, bud. 818-284-6188. Who is better, LeBron James or Michael Jordan? Who is better, LeBron James or Michael Jordan? 818-284-6188. Who is better, LeBron James or Michael Jordan? Okay, you're not ready either. And I know it's working too, so don't even act like it's not. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air. Who is better, LeBron James or Michael Jordan?
Dylan's better.
Okay, I don't know who that is. 818-284-6188. Let's get you banned, bud. This is why we don't do call-ins, because it's the same 5 callers from 4 years ago. There's no diversity. Take the link, it's the internet, and share the fucking show so we can get some new fucking fresh eyeballs on this show, and we can actually get some Elden Ring fanboys in here that would actually want to discuss this game. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air. LeBron James or Michael Jordan? Go.
Join the clone.
Oh, Jesus Christ. If you can't answer one question, then the conversation ends. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air. Who is better, LeBron James or Michael Jordan?
LeBron James.
Now you're just pandering. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air. Who is better, LeBron James or Michael Jordan?
Eat my ass.
Oh. Turn that Tim. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air. Who is better, LeBron James or Michael Jordan?
Dylan in the details is better.
Who is better, LeBron James or Michael Jordan? Eight 284-6188. Hello, you're on the air. LeBron James or Michael Jordan? LeBron James or Michael Jordan?
You're not corrected.
Have no idea what you're saying, bud. This is why we don't do call-ins. They're not ready. Can't handle it. Unbelievable. Couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle it. Hey there, mister. Who let the simpleton out of the asylum?
Hello. It seems like you're referencing Nellie Bly, the pioneering journalist who went undercover to expose the conditions at the women's lunatic.
Fuck. Hey there, mister. Who let the simpleton out of the asylum?
Hello. It seems that
Thanks, trash. Let's get a 1 in the chat. 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 I can't just sit out here all day and wait for you guys to fucking start the conversation. I've given you an opportunity to call in. You guys can't handle it. 818-284-6188. You had nothing to say. You couldn't even answer if LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. I know you don't care, but you don't care about Elden Ring either, so... Hey there, can we pick up back on that conversation, LeBron James versus Michael Jordan?
Certainly. We can continue discussing the topic of LeBron James versus Michael Jordan. Previously, we talked about their championship wins, with Michael Jordan having 6 rings and LeBron James having 4 rings. If you have any specific aspects of their careers or skills you'd like to compare or discuss further, feel free to let me know.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, I think LeBron James is the overall better player because the numbers don't lie. He has scored more points than Michael Jordan. And it's hard to argue that.
LeBron James' career statistics certainly make a strong case for his greatness. He has played 21 seasons and has averaged 27.1 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 7.4 assists in 1,492 regular season games. Additionally, he has been selected to play in 19 All-Star games, won the Rookie of the Year award, 4 MVP awards, 4 Finals MVP awards, and 4 NBA championships. Comparatively, Michael Jordan, in his 15 seasons, averaged 30.1 points, 6.2 rebounds, 5.3 assists, and 2.3 steals in 1,072 regular season games. He was selected for 14 All-Star games, won the Rookie of the Year award, 1 Defensive Player of the Year award, 5 MVP awards, 6 Finals MVP awards, and 6 NBA championships. While Jordan has a higher scoring average and more championships, LeBron has more career assists and rebounds and longevity in the league. It's a debate that often comes down to personal preference and what metrics one values most in determining greatness in basketball.
Unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. I guess the numbers don't matter anymore because it's all about who you like and this, that, and the third. I guess it just doesn't matter. Okay, well, we've been live for about an hour and 40 minutes. We could continue, but I don't think there's a reason to. The chat is totally dead. People aren't trying to call in outside of the same 3 callers. So I'm just not sure what more you want me to say. As we're about ready to go into dead air mode. So, and when we run out of things to talk about and run out of energy, and it's 80 plus degrees out here, 85, 90 degrees out here. So we were working in crazy conditions today, and very few people supported. That's to be expected, though. The fake fans have threw the towel in, and it's quite sad, but it is what it is. So. But for those that did come through, we do appreciate that. Hopefully the audio has been good. It looks like it's been actually pretty low, so maybe that's the issue. I'm not entirely sure. But nonetheless, we're going to probably have to wrap it up here as you guys cannot communicate in a way that makes sense. So not sure what else to talk about. I tried to work with you guys today, but unfortunately, you just didn't have too much to say. And there's not much I can do there, so... It is what it is. I think we're having an audio issue here. I think we're having a severe audio issue here, and that's not good. Let me see if this fixes it here. I think we're having a severe audio issue here today, and I had no way of knowing, so I think we're having a severe audio issue here. Oh, I think we're having a severe audio issue here. Let's see. Is that better? Is that is that better? What is going on here? Is it too loud? What is going on here? Yeah, we're having audio issues here. If you would have taken the link and shared it with the Elden Ring fanboys, we could have had a discussion about Elden Ring, but no one wanted to do that. None of the 150 people that are in here, 140, 120, whatever the number is, 50, I don't care. None of you guys decided to do that. So as such, the conversation stood where it stood. And if you were to get the Elden, this is why we're not covering it in addition to that, because you guys wouldn't have tuned in anyway. I'm not going to sit through an anti-fun game where you just do the same thing over and over and over again for 150 viewers, while everyone else can get 240,000 viewers, this, that, and the third. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It's ridiculous, and it's not worth my time. It's as simple as that. That's the reality of the situation. So let's open up the lines one last time here, and then we're going to wrap it up. And maybe we'll see you later. 818-284-6188. Last round of calls. Go. 818-284-6188. We got to readjust the audio. And I think that is messing with the audio here. 818-284-6188. Seems to be working now. 818-284-6188. The number is on the screen. 818-284-6188. The number is on the screen. Last round of calls before we wrap this up. We've been live for nearly 2 hours, and it is hot and humid out here. So 818-284-6188. The number is on the screen, and we'll see if we can get you on the air if you decide to call in. 818-284-6188. That is the number. You can call it now, and we're doing our last call for calls. 818-284-6188. We tried out the fiery blast. Now they want to come through. 818-284-6188. There we go. Yeah, hello, you're on. Hello, you're on the air. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air.
Little Michael's bathtub.
Okay.
You don't like your.
Oh, Lord. Hello, you're on the air. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air.
Michael goes live.
All right. Let's get you guys banned. Severe mental illness. Isn't it mental illness month? Mental health month? Or was that last month? Can't remember. Should be every month. Number is on the screen. 818-284-6188. YouTube.com/MichaelDoesLife is the original source of this broadcast. So if you're watching it elsewhere, you're not at the original source. But maybe that's where you want to be, in your safe space. 818-284-6188. Let's get these last callers on the show. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air.
Michael, I'm going to ask you something, all right?
Yeah, well, hold on. Is it about Elden Ring, or is it about Michael Jordan or LeBron James? Because this is not a free form to ask. So if it's not on topic, then we're out.
Okay, I'm going to ask you something.
No.
Do you really miss Sean Christopher Hand?
Have no idea what you're talking about. Have no idea what you're talking about. It's not. If you want to ask a question, maybe super chat it. We'll see if we can get to it. Okay. This is not a free form for you can come in here and spout nonsense. Okay. Get it on topic or get up out. It's as simple as that. 818-284-6188. It's not that hard, bud. It's really not that hard. But you guys seemingly just can't figure that out. Really, just could never be me. Okay. There we go. Put it on members only mode here. Last round of calls, 818-284-6188. Number is on the screen. Let's get it moving, folks. 818-284-6188. Number is on the screen. Last caller of the show. Who could it be? 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello? Yeah, I was wondering, are you going to play the DLC?
818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air. Who the fuck is this? Oh my God. Dude. Why is it the same fucking 4 callers for 4 years straight? And then you wonder why the show's in the shape that it's in. Because I got nothing to work with here. It's the same 4 callers. Literally the same 4 callers for 4 years straight. And you want me to work with that? There ain't much to work with there. I'll tell you that right now. Pretty sure. And that guy asked me if I'm going to play the DLC. Well, if you actually watched the broadcast here, you would know my answer that we're not playing the DLC. That's why you got hung up on, because you didn't. You just exposed yourself as a fake fan. I mean, maybe you just tuned in, but no, we're not playing the DLC. We're not playing the DLC for the 3 reasons that I mentioned earlier. Hello, you're on the air. 818-284-6188.
Does the bot have content?
Okay, let's get you banned as well. Eight 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, you're on the air. 818-284-6188. Elden Ring, are you going to play it? Okay, that's a robot. We're not talking to robots. Hello, you're on the air. 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air. Elden Ring, Elden Ring, Elden Ring. All right, how many numbers do you have? 818-284-6188. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, you're on the air. 818-284-6188.
I wanted to know if you were going to play it.
Okay. I'm not going to talk to you. You don't get to talk over me, bud. You're calling into my show. If I called into your show, I would have the courtesy to not overtalk you. But you seemingly think that this is your show, and it's not. So we're going to get you up off the air for that. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. That is just the way the cookie crumbles. No, I'm not playing the DLC, but I already told you guys I'm not playing the DLC. I'm not playing the DLC. I'm not playing the DLC, so what do you want me to tell you? We can sit out here and wait until the battery dies. That's too much content, though. We only had one actual caller that could actually put sentences together, which isn't surprising. That's always how it's been. So, I guess we're going into the dead air segment where we don't talk and we just get really awkward on the show. So. I tried to give you guys a show, but you guys couldn't handle it for more than about 30 minutes, if that. So as such, we're getting into the dead air segment where we just don't really say anything. So the members can't be bothered to chat. They're too shy. Socially, hopefully they find a summer job or something so they can work on some of that social anxiety. Because quite frankly, it's just not going to do you any good unless you're like a fucking mortician or something, get a job like that where you don't have to be social. But I mean, quite frankly, that requires school, and I don't think that's something that's, you're too interested in playing Elden Ring in your basement at 45. So that just really could never be me. No, we're not going to play the DLC, bud. Was that you calling in? You need to specify if that's you calling in. If you're trying to call in and talk and I'm cutting you off, then specify that that's you, and I will apologize. But we have made it very clear throughout the broadcast during we were live for 2 hours that we are not playing the DLC for the 3 reasons that I mentioned earlier. So you might have just tuned in, but we are not playing the Elden Ring DLC. Everyone else will, and they'll make a lot of money, and they'll get a lot of clicks, and they'll have a lot of fun. That's fine. I don't care. I'm not playing it. It's not fun. I don't want to do it. So that's why we're not doing it. We're not doing it because, first of all, it's an anti-fun game. Second of all, we can't because you have to get to a certain point to play the game. You have to basically beat the game, or at least get pretty far in the game to play the DLC, which is really stupid because, again, on the Steam page, on the PlayStation Store page, on the Xbox page, it doesn't tell you that you need to. Okay, which quite frankly is ridiculous and disgusting. And then the third option is that we don't have the audience for it. So those are the three reasons right there. It's not fun. I can't play it, and we don't have the audience for it anyway. So as evident by the stream, if we had 300 people in here, maybe we would have made an exception and said, well, can we borrow someone's save file or something to maybe jump in that way? I don't know how that works, but nonetheless, I'm sure there's a shortcut to figure out how to play the DLC. But still, it's an anti-fun game. It's not fun to play, and that's just the way the cookie is. Exactly. They don't want to play the trash game. Well, I don't want to play the trash game either. I'm covering EA Sports College Football 25. That's what I'm covering. I'm covering EA Sports College Football 25. That's what I'm doing. I'm covering EA Sports College Football 25. That's what I'm covering next month. So it's nearly the end of June. And next month is right around the corner. We're going to be covering EA Sports College Football 25. It's really not that hard. That's what we're going to be covering. EA Sports College Football 25. We met a lot of great people at EA. You know, we actually go out and talk to developers and communicate with them. And, you know, that's some of these basement dwellers will never do because they can't step outside of their basement. They just want to sit there and play consumer, and that just could never be me. Yeah, well, that's how it is over here. No one's chatting but you. I don't know. These people are losers. What do you want me to say? Why don't you just fix the problem? You can. If you're the only chatter, I don't care. If there's only one person watching this show, we'll do the show for them. Why would I care? Why would I care what the numbers are? They're a bunch of freeloaders anyway, right? I'd rather have it down to 45 viewers. You know? I'm not the one botting shows. I'll tell you that. I know who is. But I'm not the one botting shows. I don't bot my shows. That's why. That's why we have 155 viewers. If I botted my show, we would probably have about 400 fucking viewers in here, and they'd all be bots in the chat, like every other streamer does. But I don't do that. So yeah. So we're now entering the dead air segment. We're entering the dead air segment. We've been live for about 2 hours here. 5 more minutes. We're going to go for 5 more minutes, but we are entering the dead air segment. We are entering the dead air segment. We're going to go for 5 more minutes. It's going to put us at 2 hours. A 2-hour broadcast, and we're going for way too long. Let me just put it to you that way. So 2-hour broadcast. You guys couldn't handle it. And quite frankly, very sad. But it isn't surprising. No, I'm not playing Elden Ring. I'm not playing Elden Ring because the viewers wouldn't even show up anyway. Even if we beat the game, and even if the viewers aren't going to show up for it, the game's dead. The only people that are getting viewers are the people that are big streamers. No one wants to see that slop. I'll tell you that right now. No one wants to see that slop. No one wants to see that slop. So we're going to go for 5 more minutes unless you guys want to continue. We still have plenty of time. We could continue, but I mean, the energy in here, there's no energy in here. I can't just talk to myself out here. It's actually insane. So, you know, when you guys can't figure it out, then I don't know what to tell you. I thought we had a pretty good show today. We tried anyway. And, you know, when the viewers can't meet you halfway, then that's not a me problem. So that's not a me problem. That's just the viewers can't meet you halfway. But they'll watch, you know, all these other streamers that have like 45 viewers, 25 viewers, and they'll just chat up a storm in their stream. But, you know, they can't be bothered to over here. It just could never be me. So that's why we got the AI robot, because, well, we've had to implement this for about at least the last 6 months, 3 months, 4 months. It's because you guys can't communicate. So it's like, well, we'll just talk to the AI. Hey there, let's do a quiz on the Titanic, one question at a time.
Absolutely. Let's get started with the Titanic quiz. Here's your first question. What year did the Titanic sink? A. 1911, B. 1912, C. 1913. Take a guess and I'll tell you if you're right.
1912, make the quiz harder. Second question, go.
Correct. The Titanic sank in 1912. Now for a more challenging question. What ship prefix was given to the Titanic? A. USS. B. HMS. C. RMS. What's your answer?
RMS. Third question. Harder. Go.
You're on a roll. Here's a tougher
Best
one.
in the world.
Who was the captain sailing the Titanic when it sank? A. Edward Smith. B. William Adams. C. Samuel Barron. Choose wisely.
Samuel Barron.
Actually, the captain of the Titanic when it sank was Edward Smith.
What?
Samuel Barron was not associated with the Titanic. Ready for the next question? Here it is. Which company owned the Titanic? A. White Star Line. B. Cunard Line. C. Red Star Line. What's your guess?
White Star Line.
Correct again. The Titanic was owned by the White Star Line. Now, let's dive deeper with this next question. The Titanic's lifeboats had a capacity to hold how many people? A. 1,178. B. 3,561. C. 2,908. What do you think is the right answer?
First answer. Come on.
That's correct. The Titanic's lifeboats had a capacity to hold
Yeah, because they didn't think it was gonna
1,178 people.
sink.
Here's your next question, and it's a tricky one.
Yeah.
How many watertight compartments did the Titanic have? A. 12. B. 16. C. 20. What's your best guess?
12.
Close, but the Titanic actually had 16 watertight compartments. These compartments were designed to keep the ship afloat even if some of them were breached by water. Let's move on to the next question. From which city did the Titanic embark on its maiden voyage? A. Liverpool.
Oh.
B. Southampton. C. Belfast. Can you guess the correct departure city?
Give me a clue.
Here's a clue for you. The city is known for its major port and was the starting point for the Titanic's ill-fated maiden voyage. It's located on the south coast of England. Now, can you guess the city where the Titanic embarked on its maiden voyage? A. Liverpool. B. Southampton. C. Belfast.
Southampton.
That's correct. The Titanic embarked on its maiden voyage from Southampton, England
Let's go,
on
baby.
April 10th, 1912. Here's another challenging question for you. Which famous millionaire died on the Titanic, known for building the hotel that inspired the board game Monopoly's community chest?
Okay.
A. John Jacob Astor IV. B. Benjamin Guggenheim. C. Isidore Straus. Take your best shot.
Isidore Straus.
That's right.
Damn.
Isidore Straus, co-owner of Macy's department store, died on the Titanic along with his wife Ida. They famously chose to stay together rather than being separated, with Ida refusing a place in a lifeboat without her husband. Let's continue with the quiz. Here's your next question. What was the name of the Titanic's sister ship that also met a tragic end? A. Britannic. B. Olympic. C. Mauritania. What's your answer?
Britannic.
Correct. The Titanic sister ship that also met a tragic end was the HMHS Britannic. It was the third and final vessel of the White Star Line's Olympic class of steamships and was intended to enter service as a transatlantic passenger liner. However, it was requisitioned as a hospital ship during World War I and sank after striking a mine in the Aegean Sea on November 21st, 1916. Here's your next question.
How many?
What was the official number of people aboard the Titanic on its maiden voyage? A. 2,224. B. 2,435. C. 2,345. What's your answer?
Answer A.
You've got it.
Oh
The official
my
number
God.
of people aboard the Titanic on its maiden voyage was 2,224. Here's another question for you.
We're done. We're done.
Which of the following statements is true about the Titanic's voyage? A. The Titanic made a stop in Dublin, Ireland. B. The Titanic had a near collision in the port of Southampton.
No.
C. The Titanic's final destination was Paris, France. What's your answer?
We're done with the quiz. But I want the results. Give me the results. How did we do 1 through 10? Or whatever.
Sure, if you have another topic in mind or need assistance with something else, feel free to let me know. I'm here to help.
Can you review the quiz and grade it? How did we do?
Certainly. Let's review the quiz on the Titanic. Your Titanic sank, correct, 1912. Ship prefix correct, RMS. Captain of the Titanic, incorrect, the correct answer was Edward Smith. Company that owned the Titanic, correct, White Star Line.
Easy.
Capacity of lifeboats, correct, 1,178
Easy.
people. Number of watertight compartments, incorrect, the correct answer
We got
was
two
16. Departure city, correct, Southampton.
Too wrong.
Famous millionaire who died on the Titanic, correct,
Samuel.
Isidore Strauss.
Isidore Strauss.
Titanic sister ship that met a tragic end, correct, Britannic. Official number of people aboard, correct, 2,224. You answered 8 out of 10 questions correctly. That's an impressive score. You have a good grasp of the history surrounding the Titanic. If you're interested in learning more or taking another quiz, just let me know. Great job.
Can you grade the quiz A through F on how we did?
Based on the traditional academic grading scale, with 8 out of 10 correct answers, that would equate to an 80% score. In
That's a
most
B
grading
plus.
systems, this is typically considered a B grade.
Huh.
So for the Titanic quiz, you've earned a solid B. Well done. If you're aiming for an A, I'm here to help with more practice or information.
We did a B on the Titanic quiz right there. Unbelievable. We did a B on the Titanic quiz. We did a B on the Titanic quiz. Why are you getting so many ads? Because we turned on the ads. If you guys can't support the show, then we're going to have to fill it up with ads. It's as simple as that. So, if you can't withstand the ads, then maybe you start coming through and supporting the show. Otherwise, we're going to have the ads on even more frequently. I mean, we're talking every 5 minutes, right? So I'm not going to sit out here and give you guys just so much free content to absorb like a sponge. I mean, that just could never be me. I'm a world-class entertainer, and I deserve world-class support. And if you guys can't step up to the plate, then we're going to roll them fucking ads every opportunity we can get. So it's really that simple. We got an 8 out of 10 on that quiz. We only got 2 answers wrong, and there were multiple times where we just guessed. Multiple times. She don't love, it's so sad. 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 Hey, the real YouTube Shadow, I saw you watching someone else's stream, and He has less viewers than me. He talks about PC stuff. I think, I don't know if you still watch him because I think there was some drama many months ago. But he talks about PC stuff. He has less viewers than me, but the chat was moving fucking faster, and it's like, damn. But I saw you over there, and I'm like, damn, that's cool. I don't know if you still watch, though. She don't love. She don't love. She don't love and it's so sad. 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 She don't love. She don't love. She don't love and it's so sad. She don't love and it's so sad. Holy fuck. Midnight Shepherd is plowing through here with the big one. We're talking the Bruce Wayne bucks, the $20 super chat. Midnight Shepherd is plowing through. Let's get the other AI out. Or let's talk to this one. Which one's better? Have no idea. Let's see what we can do here. Hey there, I'm currently streaming and Midnight Shepherd just donated $20. Can you acknowledge the tribal chief, the current king of the jungle, Midnight Shepherd, as he just came through with the $20 super chat? It cut me off.
Absolutely. A huge shout out to Shepherd, the tribal chief and the reigning king of generosity. Your support is truly appreciated. Thank you for the $20 donation. It's champions like you who keep the stream alive and thriving.
That's what we're talking about.
Midnight Shepherd super chatted $19.99. She loves.
That's what we're talking about. Midnight Shepherd is in the building, and he's coming through hard and strong with the $20 super chat. That's what we love to see. Let's get some dubs and hearts for Midnight Shepherd. Members only chat, youtube.com/MichaelDoesLife. Midnight Shepherd coming through and plowing with the $20 super chat. That's what we love to see. Let's give that a big fat like. Midnight Shepherd keeping it afloat and in a way that makes sense. No excuses. In the building with the $20 super chat. That's what we love to see. It is hot out here. We've been live for 2 hours already. And the audience wasn't ready, but some of you guys were, and that's what we're talking about. Midnight Shepherd coming through. They'd rather play that. I think the game came out. I think the DLC might have unlocked, so that's probably where they went. But they love playing that dodge attack. Oh, my God, Michael, I can't wait for Miyazaki's masterpiece. Dodge attack. Dodge attack. I mean, they just can't wait to play that. Really just could never be me. And that's why we're not playing it, because it's trash. And all these fake gamers are jumping on the bandwagon. You know, they couldn't play the game for the past 2 years, but now all of a sudden they all want to play it, you know. All these fake gamers want to play it and be a part of the hype and things like that. Midnight Shepherd plowing through with the $20 super chat. That's what we're talking about. Hey there, let's do a fake gamer quiz. One question at a time. Let's do 5 questions. Fake gamer quiz. Here we go.
Sounds like fun. Here's your first question. Question 1. In the game Elden Ring, which of the following is not a real boss? A. Godric the Grafted. B. Starscourge Radon. C. The Moonlight Butterfly. D. Melnia, Blade of Miquella. What's your answer?
C.
Correct. The Moonlight Butterfly is not a boss in Elden Ring. It's actually from Dark Souls. Well done. Question 2. In the game Still Wakes, what is the name of the protagonist who is searching for the lost city of Eldoria? A. Eric the Brave.
Okay, we're gonna have to probably wind this one down. We've been live for 2 hours already. I'm starting to hear some rain, so we're probably gonna have to wrap this up here, and in a way that hopefully makes sense. We're gonna wait this out a few more minutes here, and if it starts raining incredibly much, then we're gonna have to pack it up because we're not gonna get wet out here. I'll tell you that. So, hey there, Mister. Hey mister? It's starting to rain out here, folks. It is starting to rain out here. If you don't believe me, you can look up the weather for yourself. And I'm sure you'll see a thunderstorm, okay? In fact, I'm going to do that right now. Let's see if there's actually a storm coming or I'm hearing things. I think the storm's right here. Yep. Yep, big storm coming through. Let's see. Rain starting in 21 seconds, 21 minutes rather. Okay, let's click play on this. We got the full screen radar here. How do we hit play? It is raining out here, folks. There's a big storm coming through right now, and we're probably going to have to wrap it up because once it starts blowing, the rain will come right in. So we're probably going to have to wrap it up. I'm not doing a rain stream. I mean, we're not going to sit out here in the rain, bud. We're going to have to wrap it up. We're going to have to wrap it up. Unless it's light, if it's light rain, then I mean we could probably continue. But I mean, there's just no energy in here. You guys couldn't get the Elden Ring fanboys in here. They were nowhere to be found. You couldn't get the Elden Ring fanboys in here. Quite frankly, very sad. So what do you want me to do? Hello? Oh my God. It's getting hot in here. Well, I guess we'll continue the quiz. Let's do 2 more questions on the quiz, then we got to wrap it up. Hey there, let's continue the Fake Gamer quiz. 2 questions, go.
All right, let's dive into the world of gaming with your next 2 questions. Elden Ring Challenge.
No.
In the lands between, there's a demigod known for his unyielding will and a body of...
Let's continue the quiz, but no Elden Ring questions.
Understood, no Elden Ring questions. Here are 2 new gaming trivia questions for you. Iconic weapons. This legendary sword is known for its runic power and is wielded by a hero in a green tunic. What is the name of this sword and the game series it belongs to? Historic battles. In which game do you lead a revolution on the Red Planet, fighting against the Earth Defense Force to free Mars from oppression? Good luck, and I'm here when you're ready to answer or need a hint.
Okay, the first question is like Zelda or something, and it's the Great Master Sword. The second answer to your question is Doom.
You're on the right track. The first answer is indeed from the Legend of Zelda series, and the sword is commonly known as the Master Sword. For the second question, the game you're thinking of is Red Faction, Guerrilla, where you lead a rebellion against the Earth Defense Force to liberate Mars from their control.
That game's trash.
Great job.
A bunch of boomers
If you're ready for more trivia or another topic, just let me know.
Yeah, one more question. And by the way, I was right on the first one. I said the Great Master Sword.
My apologies for the oversight. You did indeed mention the Great Master Sword. Now for your next question. Gaming pioneers. This classic 1980s arcade game was a pioneer in the platform genre, featuring a carpenter who must rescue his girlfriend from a giant ape. What is the name of this game? When you're ready, go ahead with your answer. And if you're enjoying these, just say the word and we'll keep the quiz going.
Donkey Kong.
Correct. Donkey Kong is the iconic game you're referring to. It was indeed a groundbreaking title in the early 80s and introduced characters that would become...
It's starting to really rain out here, folks. We're going to have to wrap it up. Let's do one more question. Hey there, can you continue the Fake Gamer quiz, but this time can you Can you do? Let me think how to explain this. Can you ask questions that are like around like release dates and things like that? Like when did the Xbox 360 release? Like when did this game release? You know, things like that.
Of
he cut
course.
me off.
Let's
Dumb
try a
pig.
different approach for your fake gamer quiz. Here's a question that might require a bit of creative thinking.
What?
Mystery game mashup. Imagine
No,
a game where
that's
you
not
combine
what I
elements from
said.
two.
You're done. It cut me off. Unbelievable. All right, well, that's going to do it. Appreciate you. Oh, no. All right, that's going to do it. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, supporting the show. That is going to do it. It's raining hard out here. We're going to wrap it up. We are not covering Elden Ring. Again, we are not covering Elden Ring. We got to wrap it up, folks. The rain is getting heavier out here. I mean, I'm not getting wet, but there's just no reason to continue because it's just too much free content. The freeloaders have taken over, quite frankly. They've infested the show. Saddest it's ever been. But for the folks that did come through, we do appreciate that. But with that said, we went live for 2 hours. Plenty of entertainment for you to chew on and dissect. But with that said, that's going to do it. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, supporting the show, and we will see you later. It's over.